Alright, time to battle. Let's see how we're doing. Alright, we found our first opponent. And our opening hand is a bit too power heavy for my liking. So I'm gonna redraw. This is much better. I think I'll go with the banner turn 1. So I don't really want to sabotage turn 1 anyway. So shiny. Sabotage looks kinda cool, although I don't fully get how the image relates to the card, but oh well. Okay, so Icaria blue. So I'll take the Rune Hammer for sure. It's pretty annoying. And if we draw an undepleted Justice, we can even curve out Bailiff into Maiden. Well, that is depleted Justice, but it's Justice, so we'll get our Justice Sigil, play it, and pass, and play a turn 4 Statuary Maiden. To be fair, this matchup is probably not gonna be so great for us. That's like exactly the type of deck that this deck is probably worst against. But you can't pick and choose your opponents, so gotta make do with what we have to play against. And Icaria blue is not that popular, so I would expect to play against a lot of Icaria blue. I wouldn't play the deck, since against Armory the deck actually felt much better, since they have less card draw than Icaria blue does. Their card draw kind of makes all the difference. And Eye of Winter. Eye of Winter is a pretty big pain. So we get to set up, I think, the triple fire. I might even set up the triple shadow actually, because we are more likely to draw into a third fire. Yeah, I think that's better, because we have more outs to draw fire. So it doesn't matter in which way our Champion of Chaos is 4/4, as long as he's 4/4. And this way we have a higher chance to make him 5/5 ASAP. Alright, so I think for like power efficiency purposes, I'll just play another Maiden. He probably searched for like a Auric Runehammer again or something. Oh, apparently not. Not sure what he searched for then. Ah, he has a sword. That's unfortunate. Now I wish I had played Bailiff and had Torch open, but you're always the wiser after. Okay. So I think I'll only play Champion here. Hold this back to pop potential Aegis on Icaria or Throne Warden, for example, or use it to like shrink something, or like even pop the Aegis on like a Borderlands Waykeeper so we can torch it, get a cudgel. Ah, no, he didn't search for that, and we can exactly not pop it right now. That's annoying. I guess we attack. And since we know he doesn't have Harsh Rule other than having it between probably one of these two cards that he drew, we are fine, because one of the cards is the card that he tutored with Rise, and two cards could be Harsh Rule that he drew off the top. But yeah, we can't really play around that anymore. Just need to pressure his staff. Plus, Jekk also allows us to attack into a potential Icaria, if Icaria is what he tutored and wants to play this turn. Seems like we get rid of the staff either way, even if he would have killed Jekk. Getting 6. So the game is actually not looking too terrible. I think I like to drop the Bailiff here just to amp up the pressure, given that he has no Harsh Rule. And we gotta finish this game fast before he draws out of it. and Jekk is at least like a nice way to keep attacking through an Icaria. And if he has a Runehammer, it's good to have a unit in play. So he searched for Runehammer after all, but decided not to use it. At least that means he has no Icaria, which is good, because that is potentially pretty threatening and would just end the game in short fashion against our hand and our board. So now we at least get to fight a fair fight. Or not, because he has this sort of the Sky King, so that makes it very unlikely that we can fight back against this. If we draw a big enough unit this turn, we might have a chance. Nope, that's not a unit. That is very unfortunate. So yeah. Time is ticking away. I mean, he's low on resources, so if we draw like an Obliterate or a big enough unit, we might have a shot to still be in this game. But yeah, if we keep flooding, then not really. Who even plays Sword these days anymore? There's our 4-power unit, so we are in business if he doesn't have a Vanquish or a Harsh Rule. Okay, he does, so we are done. Good game. Well, we put up a good fight and made a valiant effort, I would say. Let's see if we do better in the next one. Alzen, so probably Xenon Killers if he's still playing that. That's a pretty good hand. Keep that. If we draw another fire, we get to play Champion. If not, we can play Bailiff or just play Champion anyway. There's another Champion. Since he is Xenon Killers, I might not want to play Champion because he probably plays a bunch of Suffocates. Then again, he doesn't have a Suffocate, otherwise he would have used it already. So I think, given that we have double Champion and he didn't Suffocate our Instigator, I'm confident in playing a 3-3 Champion here without him getting punished. And having Bailiff to permanently shrink Dawnwalker is pretty good. Okay, so now he's 4-4, that's nice. And I think shrinking that and attacking seems like a pretty good plan. So yeah, that's another one of the nice things Bailiff can do. Mitigate the damage from a Dawnwalker to our offense. And then we have Vanquish for whatever fatty he plays now. Probably Titan. And yeah, that killer is a lot less bad if it doesn't kill our Champion of Chaos there. Another Vanquish for backup. And yeah, I think this game is pretty firmly in our hand with this hand. He's gonna play some kind of fatty to draw 2 cards and get his Dawnwalker back. We can just Vanquish the fatty and hit him for lethal, basically. I think he's gonna go to exactly 0 because of the Ardent Port triggers. Yep, he's dead. But yeah, as you can see, that's what I was talking about. The deck does some legit stuff. And 0 it is. It's gonna jump here and go to 0. Not sure how this guy is still playing Xenon Killers. Like every time I play him, he plays Xenon Killers, and every time I play him, no matter what I play, I completely obliterate him because Xenon Killers is just not a particularly good deck. Like the one deck that it's decent against is Armory, because Dawnwalker can actually be really problematic for Armory, especially if they draw like 2 of them. Alright, one more, and then I'll play 3 more in the second part of the series. But yeah, it was nice to see how the deck, how hard the deck hits when it gets to go 2, 3, 4. And the 4 even was a 3, that is just so good that it doesn't matter that it's a 3. Yeah, I think we can keep this hand quite well. We have instigator to removal to back it up, and eventually should find fire for our champion. It's a bit wonky since I'm not too happy with like 2 power hands, but this is like such a good 2 power hand I think that it's worth keeping, especially on the draw. But yeah, in generally I would recommend redrawing most 2 power hands, especially on the play. Okay, so we got our Champion of Glory active, that's nice. And not gonna attack here. Shouldn't be too aggressive in this matchup and just suffocate one guy next turn and vanquish the other, and then we can start brawling with at least 1, maybe even 2. Yeah, I think I like attacking with 2 here, because it just puts him under so much pressure, and if he gets to hit back for 2 and get a Warcry, that's acceptable for me at this point. So now all we need is like a Rakano duel, and then we are set. Then we can drop double Champion of Glory if we draw a Rakano banner, and if we draw like a Seed of Glory we can at least play a Copper Hall Bailiff. Wouldn't mind a removal alternatively too. Okay, we at least get to play our 3/1s and then pass, so we can properly raise back if the Doom attacks, we get to hit hard back. Or not, because 6/6 Champion of Chaos, that's pretty good. At least we hit our Justice for Bailiff, that's good. I think I almost have to attack with everything here to have a shot at raising this. Like, we're gonna lose 1 unit, that's okay. He's gonna take like 8 to 9 damage. And if we do that again next turn, he should be potentially dead. Oh, he has a torch, that's pretty devastating actually to this plan. Because now we take a lot of damage. If he has an Obliterate, we'd probably just die. So yeah, that having the second Champion of Chaos there was pretty strong. Doesn't have an Obliterate, so that's good. So now we can draw Obliterate or Vanquish or something. This still doesn't do that much actually, which is kind of annoying. I think the plan here is to once again attack with everything and just hope we like get there off the top and use the Enforcer to mitigate some damage. I mean, you're still gonna take 4, go to 2, but that's okay. And we can silence here. And potentially jump block here. So if he has no removal, we are in business. If he has removal or burn, we dead. He did not draw one, so that's good. And yeah, the Doom is basically killing him, which is nice. So now he's dead. Whoa, awesome. That was a super close one, but yeah. That was a nice game to show how to make the best out of like a problematic draw. When you not have all the answers, you can still like play to win and make some aggressive suicidal plays to put yourself in a position to maybe win if you draw the right cards off the top. That's a very important thing to keep in mind. You should always like play to win rather than not lose, because that is not the goal of the game. Is not to lose. It's the goal of the game is not to not lose, it's to win. So you have to set yourself up to win with a couple of cards off the top in a situation where you are not likely to win. And we did that, and we got rewarded with helpful cards off the top and lack of punishment on the opponent's side to clench a close victory here, which is really nice. These are like super exciting games and feel super rewarding if you win these, thanks to making the right decisions and barely getting there. So that was pretty sweet to round out this video. And yeah, stay tuned. I'll be back in a moment with 3 more games to battle with Jekk's bounty hunters. Stay tuned.